And today, you got it, we're talking about New Year's resolutions and how sometimes they can be a little anxiety inducing. And that's okay. We'll take it one step at a time. So let's get into it. So, someone, please make it make sense. We entered in with Halloween. Let's bring it all the way back. We started with Halloween. We get all this candy. Then we get Thanksgiving. We have a feast of good food. And then we get Christmas, which is full of pies and cakes and like all these amazing desserts. And now I'm being flooded with all of these commercials telling me that I am behind and I should be like 10 pounds lighter, and that like Planet Fitness is full of my inbox. And every commercial is telling me that like my New Year's resolution, I'm behind on it and the year's only just started. I'm going to use this example like a lot because I'm just seeing those commercials all the time, but like it's the first thing that came to my mind. It's okay not to have your resolution yet. It's okay not to have it ready. I know it can be overwhelming. You're not behind. In fact, if anything, it's really a product of burnout culture, which that is a product of hustle culture because you can't hustle forever. Everyone talks about going on and trying to optimize their work and do the best that they can and go at 100% every day. But we're not machines. We're people. And it's not exactly realistic. We weren't made to function at 100% capacity every day. Not to mention, that's not exactly a healthy way to live to begin with. Trust me, I just came out of the college grind set, and I had the same video game sitting on my shelf telling myself that that was a reward, that once I finish this assignment, that will be my reward. And now that it's done with, and I have all this ample time, I feel guilty for wanting to play it because I should be hustling more. I should be doing more. I should be optimizing my time. It's exhausting and it's not realistic. Your body can't go at 100%. You can't even go at like 80% all the time. It's okay to treat yourself like a human. And it's because of this ongoing grind set culture that leads to a culture of burnout where people are struggling with their mental health, struggling, feeling that they're not doing enough when there was never a degree of how much you should be doing in the first place. If you are doing something, you are doing enough. Not to mention, it's already hard enough because the days are shorter, it's colder outside, and pretty much the only thing I have to look forward to is this nice fuzzy sweater. Seasonal depression. It's sad month. And sadly, there's no snow outside, but it's still cold enough that I can't go running, which makes it even harder for your mental health. So, as if you weren't already feeling bad enough for struggling and working so hard, now you're struggling to just feel good while just sitting alone at home. It's harder, and it's okay to be struggling. As long as you acknowledge that it's okay to try and to get up again. There are people around you who care about you. There will be another day. The sun is still coming up, even though it's super chilly outside. And it's okay to not have a big New Year's resolution that you're looking forward to. It's okay if the only thing you can muster up is trying to figure out what's for breakfast. That's a good enough resolution. How about just resolving to get through the day? That's fine. So, two artists that I really love are Sodakin and Jack Stauber. And if you've been on the weird side of the internet, you've probably heard of them. Pretty much anytime you type up weird plus playlist, they are usually the first results. And literally I know this because even when you look up for artists who is similar to Jack Stauber or who is similar to Sodakin, they literally are search results for each other. So at first these artists may have a lot and also a not a lot in common, but something that's very interesting about what they do is that they both discuss mental health in their works. So Sodakin is an indie pop artist that you can find on YouTube who does music videos using mixed media and talks a lot about mental health as well as like different dynamics between relationships, whether it be family or romantic relationships. Full disclosure, my favorite is in fact Misery Meat as my favorite of their songs. While Jack Stauber, you've definitely heard of them. Even if you have not heard his name or known it, his songs have been used for plenty of TikTok trends, whether it be Oklahoma, Buttercup, Baby Hotline. All of these have been multiple trends, really popular online. Even if pretty much it's always that song that you're like, huh, I've heard that. Have no clue where it comes from. Usually came from his channel. And especially if you're a fan of Adult Swim, then you've definitely seen his animations, which tend to feature 80s style visuals that kind of blend together claymation and 80s style to kind of come together to have this more retro feel to them. His works also deal with mental health as well as like different dynamics. One of his biggest short films was Opal, which appeared on Adult Swim, which was talking about different families and a girl's struggles with her relationships with her family and her desire to escape. But something interesting about both these artists is also how rabid their fan bases are. They have extreme cult followings and are very popular online. And they've been missing for quite a while. It's been years since Sodakin or Jack Stauber have posted any new music or videos. To be fair, Jack Stauber still exists and works. He does have a Patreon, so he is still making work, but he does not post his work publicly anymore. However, within the past weeks or so, both Sodakin and Jack Stauber have made a return to their mediums. So Jack Stauber was seen in his artwork of Goodbye, Mr. Schizo, which this was a short film that was released on Adult Swim as part of a larger work, which really kind of sums up the reason why these artists disappeared in the first place. Goodbye, Mr. Schizo shows a man who is being hung by a kite as it brings him higher and higher. And even though the kite is telling him, you've come so far, you're so high now, what do you have to lose? The man becomes even more afraid the higher he gets, saying that now he fears that he'll lose it all and he'll lose his soul in the process, and really sums up the success of both of these artists' career. Even though they've made such huge contributions to their field and have made such huge art and impacted so many lives, there's also such immense pressure. And you can see it from the response of just the messages. All Sodakin responded back was they haven't even released a video yet. All they released is just messages interacting with their community again, and it was a wave of response and feedback of people saying of how much they miss Sodakin, how much they're waiting on new content from them. And that's been years of radio silence and a wave of feedback. So it's pretty easy to see how these two artists may feel pressure from the amount of success that they have, and how their audiences, even unwittingly, may be placing more pressure on them. However, it doesn't mean that these artists don't care about their work or aren't putting in all they can for it, but it also feeds into the pressure of success and how mental health can play a role in creating art. Okay, I know I'm not the only one who spent the day in bed. It's okay. There are some days you just don't feel like getting up, and it happens. Only thing is, sometimes this trend gets a little out of hand. You can't spend but so many hours in bed before it becomes a little bit of a problem. The only thing about this is that some people have turned this into a trend, which a trend that's not just about self care, The thing is, bed rotting isn't just an act of self care, it can also be detrimental to your mental health. So, it's already sad month, as we mentioned, which makes it hard enough to get out of bed in the morning. So, spending extended periods of times, like hours at a time to days at a time in your bed, is not going to help with your mental health. Being in bed is not the best for you, which really should not be too much of a shocker to say, especially with many of these bed rotting videos being something of optimizing your bed rotting routine, or this is how you take the optimal rest day. What does that even mean? There's no such thing as optimizing rest. The whole idea behind rest being a revolutionary action is because rest is supposed to be something that goes against a capitalist system, which sees you as a product. You're a human before you're a product. Honestly, you shouldn't really be seeing yourself as a product at all. And even when it comes to the idea of bed rotting, it's very close to the concept of hikikomori, which was released which is something that was in Japan, which is becoming a shut-in, which even then already had a lot of connotations of being a very unhealthy and being an unsafe practice. And there are many influencers who have made careers over how effective they can be at bed rotting or staying indoors to the point that the rooms look like Mount Everest, but full of trash, which, I mean, Mount Everest kind of already is. And already these videos, they glamorize a lifestyle that can be very detrimental to people's overall health. And idea of rest, it's not something that's supposed to be just a feel-good action, or it's not something that you're just resting just for the sake of doing it. Rest is something you do because your body needs it. It's when you can't do it. You can't keep working and you can't keep doing anymore. That's the purpose behind rest. We also have this idea of whenever we have rest, that whenever you're having rest, it needs to be this optimization, like with your full bed rotting routine. But that's not how rest works. Just like hobbies, rest is based on your downtime. It's not meant to be something that's productive. It's supposed to be something that's rejuvenating or healing, something that's necessary to your overall growth and something that helps you with your own healing. It's not healthy to consider just staying in bed just because you can't get up anymore. That's when there's something that you need help with or need to address. And it's okay if there are days where you can't get up. That's something that people go through. But to use it as this equals self-care just is not true. I feel like since we're talking about a whole lot of things that can bring a lot of stress to mind, it's important to take a break and take a breather. There are a lot of different ways to de-stress and take a moment to ground yourself whenever you're feeling overwhelmed. One of my favorite things is to do breathing exercises. One of the first things you can do is my thing is putting a hand over your chest and over your stomach and breathing deep. Mine is like, there are different number counts that you can do, but even just like having a moment of just closing your eyes and breathing in and out slowly can help you calm down. Also, one of my favorite ones is scrunching up all your muscles in your body in tightness and gathering all the tightness in your body and gathering your tension before allowing it to release and shaking it out. We all have different methods that work the best for us, and I think it's important that we all find things that help us bring our attention back to ourselves whenever we're in a moment of stress, or even if we're just doing regular things in our daily activities and daily lives. It's important just to find ways to get reconnected. Like different ways of grounding can just be the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method of just noticing the things in your environment. Like whenever I'm overwhelmed, what things are around me that I can touch. Right? Part of the reason why I love things with texture. Or noticing the things that you can hear. One of the things I'm struggling with the most right now is because it's so cold. I love going on walks to take a moment whenever I'm feeling stressed out or struggling. I love to take a walk outside. But even inside, there's still ways to feel more comfy and to have moments to help get your mind cleared and help you feel more centered whenever you're starting to feel stressed out. So, once again, one of the really great things, besides like touching, is to think of what you can hear, think of what you can smell, do your breathing, as well as like just noticing the things around you. And it can be more than one thing, and you can do it more at a time. And it's important to take these moments and have a moment to yourself because it gets stressful out here in these streets. So it's okay to take a moment. Plus, there's still plenty of activities you can do that are just for yourself. One of my favorite hobbies, my collages. The reason why I make them, not really great. I just like having time of like taking the things around me and repurposing them. So, taking pictures of things or having different keepsakes that I've had and then repurposing them into something new is fun. I have no clue what I would turn them into or how I would make them into like anything, but it's just supposed to be something that's like fun and looks pretty and is cool for me. And that's why I like it. And it's a collection of places that I've been to me. The same how I feel about my like photo collages in my phone for my digital collages as well as my jewelry making. So it's important that we all just take time, find things that are fun for you, things that fill your heart. And it's okay. You'll make it through. So, as we're winding down, I thought it would be a great time to ask the other members of our team what their New Year's resolutions are. So, to get us started off with, I thought we would ask our producer, James.
Well, my New Year's resolution is to obviously keep creating with imagination mode. Just really bring the best content we can, and just keep expanding our content and keep reaching more people. We've gotten emails from people that said some of our content has helped them, and just keep bringing people on our team as well that keeps expanding what we're trying to do and reaching people, whether it's making people laugh, making people understand certain situations that maybe they necessarily wouldn't have understood. um, but yeah, that's just my resolutions for imagination mode. uh, Getting into my personal life, I you were talking earlier, remember, about balance. Getting more sleep. I work out a lot, so that's not the thing. Just getting more sleep, spending more time with family. Don't have to be behind the desk all the time. Um, and just, I guess, taking care of the mental health space a little better. I'm not overdoing it as much as I normally do. Sitting back in a chair and just drinking some orange juice. I don't know. I'm not really a drinker, but just drinking some orange juice or just relaxing and I don't know, doing something I enjoy. Like I said, it shouldn't be working out because that's something I just do to stay healthy, but I also enjoy, but something that's other than working out because it's either working or working out. So maybe getting back into playing video games. Um, me and my girlfriend started playing video games together. So we're playing Assassin's Creed 3. That was fun, enjoyable, just doing stuff, more things with her. She's a workhorse just like me. So, um, but yeah, just, I don't know. A lot of the things I want revolve around creativity, personal life stuff, um, and just continue to work on projects. I know we have a few great documentaries coming out soon in the 2026, which is The Power of Party, um, revitalization of Generation Complainers after all that mishap that happened with it. Um, yeah, and the Rain in the Forest, which is also a good one. Um, and just seeing those come to fruitions, which I really want to see all that good stuff come to fruition. And the new team members we have on all seem wonderful. From writers, the voiceover actors, script writers, screenwriters. Just got in contact with a few new actors too. Um, Contacting new guests for the podcast. Interviewees for the documentaries. Got a few new people on board for those. Um, yeah, just keep going with that stuff, but also, like I said, working on the inner, not so much as the outer or the outer, which is the career. And like I said, bring on wonderful people like, one of our new employees, one of our new coworkers, one of our new writers, Lakeisha. Lakeisha, do you have any New Year's resolutions you want to share with the audience?
Of course. My New Year's resolution, I'm sorry, would be to be more present with me, myself. Um, be more out and present with what I do. I'm a CEO, and I've been closed in a lot, so and I'm kind of shy. So my New Year's resolution would be to be more present out here in my creative world of what I like doing, and that's writing. And like meeting new people, and I'm happy to be a member of Imagination Mode, so that brought me one step closer to one of my resolutions, which is being more connected with people. And I'm just happy to be able to do that now. It's so early on in the year. And another resolution would be to be more present with my mental health, because I have brought on a whole lot on myself trying to open up this new business and be a entrepreneur, and I wasn't paying attention to my mental health, and it did a lot to my mental health, as far as making me, it almost made me want to stop doing what I was doing. And that is where you're supposed to pay more attention to what you're doing, and make sure you don't overload your brain, which is a lot of what China was talking about. And I did that, and so I was able to connect with that, and to know that I'm able to pay attention to that and make sure that I'm not overloading my brain anymore. Take your time, pay attention to what you're doing, and that's what is on my agenda as far as one of my New Year's resolutions with my mental health. And as far as my health wise, just drink more water. I don't too much like water, so drinking water would be a very big step for me, because I would really be proud of myself, because I like soda, I like flavors. So if you're not okay with your health, you won't be okay with your mental health. So all that comes in together, and as long as my mental health is okay, my career will be okay.
If you don't mind me interrupting, as
I
a
do
person,
not.
okay, as a person that does fitness, I shoot for at least a gallon of water a day. It sounds like a lot of water, and when
It
they see you
does.
chugging the gallon, they're saying it is a lot of water. But you're surprised how little water it is, like especially if you're moving and grooving, if you're doing stuff. When I was younger, when I was like, 16, 17, when I was about 16, 17, one of my first jobs or second job was working in a kitchen. And you'd be surprised how much water you burn and you'd be drinking. And
Yes.
now that I'm more behind like a desk and working with imagination mode and stuff like that. And now that I'm a lot older than when I was 16 and 17,
Yes.
I think I need a lot. I don't know. I feel like I do need a lot more water because I also feel like when you're younger, you don't need as much water. Or at least
Yes.
mentally, you don't think you need as much water. And that's why you're trying to figure out why you're all broken out in acne and your skin's all dry and all this other stuff. You think you got psoriasis, but you don't. You just need more water. Um, but yeah, one
I mean, I got
thing.
my cup right
Yeah,
now.
there you go. See, she's
See, look
hydrating.
at you.
Yeah.
I, I
Um,
know it's serious, because anytime you drink and you start feeling like you feel the dryness filling in with moisture, that's how I know I was like like way too dehydrated.
yeah, well, when you start feeling that like dizzy, like confused feeling,
Yeah.
it's time for more water. I remember this
Yeah.
morning, I was like, all right, I haven't drank any water. It's going on, 10. Um, I drank like 72 ounces of water just to get me started. And yeah, a good place for me is like a gallon. They also have these, if you like, if you're just addicted to sodas, they have like I think it's called Poppy, which is like a healthy soda. It's like a prebiotic soda.
I've been
That's
hearing a
really
lot
good.
about that.
Yeah, those are really
There's
good.
also Era,
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
has like flavored, so, like, you smell it and it makes you, like, think that you're
Yeah,
drinking flavored water.
I was gonna say
I'm gonna
yeah.
put this in one more thing, and I'm gonna close my mouth for a second.
Okay. Well,
I
you're
would
gonna
say
close it hopefully with hydration.
a good New Year's resolution for me, as far as drinking, I decided it's not a goal as far as just a whole year goal. I would say mine for my drinking, and it would be drinking the water would be step by step. I'll say today I'll drink a cup. Tomorrow I'll drink 2 cups.
Day after
so
that,
I'll
half a cup.
So I'll say my New Year's resolution. I'm gonna just end it there. My New Year's resolution would be to take care of myself better and pay more attention to my mental health and my physical health, and be more present.
I love these resolutions. Low key, you made me thirsty though. Gotta
See.
start sipping.
Apologies, apologies.
It's okay. I needed to drink more. That's why I have the cup beside me. But I'm glad that our team is like we're all really like centered on like being like healthier, both like in body and mind. And like I'm so glad, James, that you were getting more sleep. I won't lie, I was concerned. I was like, please sleep more.
Well,
Also, I will give any video game recommendations that are necessary. I got
hey,
you.
I will ask you. And yeah, I remember the first time you came on board. I was like, yeah, message me at 4 in the morning. I'm up, still working. So
I was like, I've been there. I've been there at like, okay, messaging at like 4 a.m. I get the mindset. I had to like actively tell myself to stop. So like I remember my advisor gave me an advice before saying like do not take messages like after 9 p.m. It's like you need to learn to turn off. And I was like, I've been trying to do that like ever since, tried to follow that advice to be like, okay,
I
I
feel
will
like
have a set time
for
that
me,
is
it's
like
about
on.
missed opportunities. I feel like I just will miss an opportunity. I'm an opportunity person. I know a lot of times opportunities are made, but a lot of times opportunities are there and you miss them. And I've missed plenty of opportunities in my life. And at a certain point, I was like, I can't miss opportunities. Maybe I took it a little too far, but yeah, maybe that's something I should talk to the old therapist about and traumatize them a little bit more.
Like, it's a really valid thing. Like especially with like creatives, I feel like we have this like desire to like we have to like grab our future, you know? It's like whenever we're like networking with other people, it's like, oh, we have to like produce this, like we have to get this done. Like we know the vision, we know what it can be. So we have to like keep working to get it. And it's like, oh, we have to have a time where we turn off.
Yeah, it's tough business.
So for my own resolutions,
Yeah.
personally, I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I feel like mine kind of align really well with like both yours, Lakeisha's, and yours, James, where mine is really just like being more present with the people around me and trying to reach out and connect with more people, as well as like a resolution that I like want to like take on for like myself is like being okay with failing and like accepting like the process that like I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna be upset, but then I'm gonna get up again and then I'm gonna like move on and then we're gonna do something better. And like that's the mindset I want to have, that it's okay to fail and that we're gonna keep going.
Oh, not pay attention to what other people like. Other people goals are not your goals. Other people success is not your success. So if you see someone in the same on the same journey that you are on, that they've moved faster than you, and this is something that I had to struggle with just last year, just recently, that just because I saw my coworkers uh films coming out so fast, and they had the team and they had everything going, it killed my dreams, because it was like, why am I not going, why am I not moving, why am I stuck? So
And I feel like that's a big thing is like learning to work at your own pace, that like everybody is on their own journey. Like really it is not a race. You're not competing with anyone but yourself.
yeah.
So I want to thank both you, James and Lakeisha, for joining me for this wind down, and as well as thanking all of you
Glad
for
to be
being
here.
here.
Thank you as well.
And that pretty much closes us out for today. Thank you all for joining us for another episode at Current Culture. Once again, I've been your host, China, and also a special thank you to the members of our team who joined us for this episode. And I just want to give a reminder to everyone, you're doing a lot better than you think. You're making progress. Take it one step at a time. It's going to be okay. So, it's been fun. Hope to see you again sometime. Like, subscribe, and subscribble. See ya.